You're like, finally, right? Awesome. Okay, so we're going to get started in just a second, but I want to make sure that we all understand. And I'm actually going to pass out something to put it while I'm talking, okay, so that you guys don't have to wait to pass it out. It's going to be upside down, so don't turn it over till I tell you to, okay?
Okay.
Everybody have a pencil at their desk?
Yep.
Don't touch the papers yet. Just leave the papers sitting there. We'll pass them out in just a second. So as we're working through our math tasks today, I will ask you to talk with a partner or work with a partner about what you're thinking. So does everyone have your partner near you in your little pod? Go ahead and point to who that partner is that you will talk with. And sometimes it's the whole table, but sometimes it's just the partner group that you're going to work with. So everybody have a partner?
Yeah.
Or partners? Some of you have more than one.
I have no partner.
You don't have a partner? Can we join her in our group, gentlemen, there, so that she has a partner? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You already seen the thing, I think that's clear to you. Oh,
I didn't want you to run out.
yeah. I think I have enough. There you go. All right, so now that we got it, we can get started. Are y'all ready for some math?
Yes.
Awesome, I'm excited. So I hear you guys have been learning about arrays. Yeah? So that's awesome. We're going to keep talking about arrays today. And your target, your learning target for the day is I can represent an array with an equation. So you're going to be looking at an array and writing an equation. Turn and tell your partner what an equation is. Turn and tell your partner, what's an equation? Okay, come back to me. Who can tell me what an equation is? Yes. A number sentence, right? Can somebody give me an example of an equation or a number sentence?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, and so the equation, it does use numbers, but what would we have in the equation that's special? Yes. 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? So does everybody know what you're going to be doing?
Yep.
Representing arrays with equations or number sentences, right? So this is how you'll know you're successful today, okay? So if you can do this, you will be able to explain how your equation matches the array. So today, while you're exploring, I want you to think, how does my equation match the array? Because I'm going to have to explain it to Miss Lovelace or whoever asks, okay? Are y'all with me? Awesome. So everybody grab a paper that's in the center of your table group. And this is the task that we're going to solve. Go ahead and put your name at the top there. It doesn't really have a place for your name, but take 5 seconds to write your name. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got slower, didn't I? 0. All right, so everybody has their name at the top. Check your paper of the check your neighbor's paper. Do they have their name?
Yep. Yep.
Say good job.
Good job.
Awesome. So we have our names on our papers. If they don't have their name, say, hey, don't forget your name. Yes. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. All right, so let's read our, I have it on the screen. You have it in front of you. So which expression represents this array? So you have an array in front of you, and you have a bunch of expressions, equations, number sentences that could represent the array. So what I need you and your partner to determine, or partners, are which ones represent, and remember our success criteria? You have to explain why they match. So that's going to be important. So I'm going to give you about 60 seconds to take a look at the array in front of you and do it on your own. So think about which equations or expressions do you think matches the array, and then we're going to talk together. So take 60 seconds. Go ahead and look at the problem. Don't talk. Only by yourself for this first part. 60 seconds on your own. And you can circle the equations that you think match at the bottom if you have an answer that you think matches. 30 more seconds of what you think. Which ones match? Okay, our time is up to think by ourselves. You guys have had some time to process that, so here's what we're doing now. We're going to take about 8 or so minutes, 8 or 9 minutes. You're going to explore with your partner. You're going to share your solution. What do you think? And remember, what was our success criteria? What do you all have to be able to do? Explain. Everybody say, what do you got to do?
Explain.
You got to be able to explain why your equation matches your array. So as you talk to your partner, remember, we want to be good listeners. So if our partner here is London and she's talking, these two guys are going to be listening. And then they might say, I agree with you, London. I have the same answer. Or I disagree with you, London. And talk about it like that. And then Minor might have his time to talk and share what he was thinking and explain why. And then Mason might have some time to talk. So we want to be sure we're not trying to talk over each other and that we're listening when others are talking. Got it? All right, are y'all ready to explore and talk to your partners?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to be coming around asking you questions, and I'm going to set my timer so I don't spend too much time doing that. So you guys go ahead and start to share your thoughts about why you chose those answers. So talk to me about what you're thinking. What are you saying here, Cal? He thinks it's C and E. What do y'all think?
C and E.
You both agree with that? Remember, what's our success criteria? You just pick it and you're done? No, what do you got to do? Explain, right? So who can tell me why they chose those? What were you thinking?
Because there's 4, 1, like 4 threes.
Okay. So he said there's 4 threes. Can you guys tell me what he means? Where does he see 4 threes up here? Where does he see 4 threes? Can you circle those for me? Where are the 4 threes? So you just made some groups, didn't you? So, uh-oh, wait a minute. Hayden circled something different. Look at this. Look at that. You circle, okay, don't circle, hang on. Don't circle yet. I want to take a picture of this. So wait, I'm confused. He made 4 groups. You made 3 groups. Why is that possible? How can you do that? Huh? I'm confused. And which one does this go with?
This was that. And this one goes with this.
Oh, but why?
And you can also do like this.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so again, back to our success criteria. Let's talk, Cal. I see you're circling too. Cal, which equation or expression did they say matched this model? Why? Why do you think? He thinks it's this one, guys. What do y'all think? Do y'all think this picture that Hayden made matches this one?
Yes.
Yeah? Why?
Because you can see 3.
There's 3 what?
3 groups.
Groups. 3 groups. And the size of the group is how many? 4. So we have 3 add-ins to represent our 3 groups. Do y'all agree with that? So let's look at the other one.
What do you think?
What is this one? Which model would that represent? What would we need to do?
4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4.
Uh-huh.
That one, this one right?
Yeah, is that right? Is this one? Why is it not right?
This one is 4 because it has 4 groups.
Gotcha. It's got 4
And
groups of
this
4.
has 3 groups.
This one has 3 groups of 4. And 4 groups of 3, right? So here's my question for you all to explore while I leave and check on another group. What would happen to this array if you were to add another row and another column? I want you to work on that, the 3 of you. Add another row and column and tell me what changes in your equations, okay? All right, guys, talk to me about what's going on up here. What do y'all think?
Me and Annalise think that one has 3 because there's 4 threes and that one has 4.
So what do y'all think? Is she correct? Yeah, so she's saying that, why is she correct though? She said there's 4 threes and there's 4 threes. What does she mean?
That they're not equal the same thing.
Okay, so this is a group, this is a group, this is a group, this is a group, right? So how many groups did she have?
4.
How many add-ins does she have in her equation? How many add-ins? Can you look at that, Annalie? She said there was 4 groups. how many add-ins or digits, numbers are in the equation? 4. So the number of add-ins we have equals the number of groups. But why is it 3? Why didn't she write 4 here? Why is it 3 and not 4? I'm confused. Why did Brooklyn pick this one and not this one? I mean, this one has 4 groups.
Because that one only has 3, not 4. So if this one had 4, then it'd be. Then I picked that one, but it has 3 instead of 4.
Who can tell me what she just said? What did she just say? Why didn't she pick this one? What did she say?
Because there's not 4.
Very good. So inside the group, so this is a group, the size of the group was a 3. If the size of the group had been a 4, would she pick that one? Yeah, but the size of the group's not a 4. So here's my question. Is this the only equation that works? So y'all talk about that, because all I see is Brooklyn only has 1. I want y'all to talk about what other equation works. And remember our success criteria. You got to explain why it works, okay? So talk to your group. What's the other equation and why?
I know. I think it's this one.
Okay, you think it's this one.
But no one agrees. That one's 12.
So you think it's all of them, except for B, right?
I think it's.
B's not right, you're saying. Okay, he thinks it's all of them. So what do y'all think? What do you think? You think it's A and C, and you think it's just D? Well, we got a lot of disagreement here, so let's talk.
So, well, I was thinking that one.
Okay, say that again. 3 rows of 4. Do y'all see that? Everybody point to the 3 rows. Where are they? There's 3 rows, right? So 3 rows. Of how many? 4. So which equation? You think it's this equation? So let's look at that. What do you think? Y'all help us out. Help Jason out here. So there are 12 dots, aren't there? So he said there's 3 rows of 4. And he picked this one. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Can you give him some feedback? What do you think? You agree with him. Let's talk, Evan. Oh, so you picked this one and he picked that one. Wait, you said there's 3 rows. Uh-oh.
Who just threw a pencil at me?
It's okay. We're going to ignore it. So, what I want to know, guys, are you listening in? Where are the 3? In his expression, he picked right here, Paisley. Paisley, take a look. Our friend Jason here said that there are 3 rows of 4. Do y'all see that in the picture? Where's the 3 in this equation?
I have no idea.
Huh? You have no idea?
No idea.
So we're needing 3 somewhere. What does the 3 represent? 3 should be the what? 3 is the rows, right? And so we have 3, and how many are in each row? 4. So which one of these expressions, Jason, shows us 3 groups of 4? Do y'all see that? Where do you see 3 groups of 4? Which expression shows 3 groups of 4? Jason, take a look over here since you scratched yours out. Which one shows 3 groups of 4? This does. Now look down here. Where do you see 3 groups of 4? Do you see where Ian's pointing? Where it says 4, 4, 4. How many 3s are? I mean, how many 4s are there? 3. So we had 3 rows. Each number 4 is a row. All right, you have about 2 minutes to finish up your discussion. So he's saying that the 3 groups, the 3 rows are represented here. Do you see that, Jason? So y'all have some other, we have that one, and Brayden here thinks it's also this one, 3 plus 3 plus 3. So I want y'all to talk about that. If the number of add-ins that we have represents the number of groups. Where are the 3 groups of 3? Y'all talk with Jason and see, Braden, and see if you can help him out. Find the 3 groups of 3 in the picture. Where do you see that? Or do you need to adjust your answers? All right, guys, what are y'all thinking over here?
We're thinking that 4 plus 4 because there's 3 4s.
Okay, so there's 3 rows. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
And so, which one matches the 3 rows of 4? Which one did you say is that? This one. Why? Remember our success criteria? He has to explain why this works. So let's listen and see if we agree or want to give him some feedback. So why did you say this one represents 3 rows of 4?
All the rows are 4.
They have 4 in each one. So if each of these, could you circle those for me just so we can see them? Each one of these rows is a group. Would y'all agree with that? And each group has how many in it?
4.
4. So where do you see 3 4s?
Right.
So did he explain that C, I have 3 4s, so each one of those digits, each one of those add-ins is a group of 4?
Yeah.
Group of 4, group of 4, group of 4. My question is, now wait a second. Look at our little friend here, Lola. Lola has something totally different circled. She circled the what? What?
The 3s.
She circled the 3s. What do you call these that go up and down? Do you remember?
Arrays.
It is an array. These were rows. These are, do you remember? Columns? Columns, right. So these are the columns. So we said that, are y'all listening back here? Jasper and Samuel, let's pay attention. So Tyler said that he had 3 4s. What is Lola saying?
That we have
4 3s. Wait a minute. Can you have 4 3s and 3 4s?
No.
You can't?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, maybe we can. I don't know. So what equation would show us 4 groups of 3? Which equation shows us 4 3s?
That
Do you see it? So does that show 4 3s? Is that 4 3s?
I was right.
How many 3s are here? 3. Ah, that's right. That one. It has the 4 3s. So we can do it either way is what y'all are telling me, right? Interesting. What I'm wondering is, what would happen if we added another row and column? How would that change your answer?
I would make it 47.
Did you guys come up with an answer? And be able to explain? So you think it's this one? Y'all got a bunch of different answers. So talk to me. Remember our success criteria today. You have to explain why you chose it.
I chose this one because there's 3. There's 3 right here, and if we do this, there's 4.
Okay. So which one did you choose because of that? Which equation? This one, 3 plus 4? What do y'all think?
I think there's 3 rows of 4, and there's 12. When I counted down those 3s, there's 12.
12 total. Okay.
So when I count 4, it's still 12.
Okay, so no matter what, it's 12 is what he's saying. Would y'all agree with that? Do you agree with that?
What I'm saying is there's 3 rows of 4, and I did.
So each one of these numbers in this equation or expression, Jackson, you're saying represents a row. That's 1 row of 4, 1 row of 4, 1 row of 4. Is that what he's saying? So is that the only way we can represent these arrays? Oh, so you can look at columns. So y'all talk about which equation would match the columns being added together. What do you think? Talk to your group. We're going to try this. All right, I'm going to need you to kind of come back together with me.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to try to make this work. Maybe. Pulling up. So you guys were really working hard with, remember our target for the day was to represent an array with some equations or expressions, which are expressions are just equations without the answer next to it. You guys were doing that, weren't you? But remember our success criteria was to, what? What do we have to do in our success criteria? Do you remember? Tell, explain why the expression matches the equation, right? Would y'all agree? 5, 8, 5, 4, 2, 7. Start screen 2. Fingers crossed? Are your fingers crossed? Here we go.
I will.
Come on. I think I'm not on it. Oh, it says there, screen share. Active panel. Oh. Screen broadcast, my Promethean. Start broadcast. Oh, I stopped the broadcast. Maybe I didn't.
Oh.
Give it just a minute. It says I'm broadcasting. Oh, I don't want to stop screen sharing. I am on my Promethean. Oh, I'm sorry. The little person. Aww, looky. Okay, let's see if this is going to work though. All right, are y'all ready? So what we're going to do now is we're going to share and discuss some solutions that I saw out there. Okay? Are y'all ready? All right, so here's the first one, but I don't see it up here. So, anyone? We're going to go back to old school here in just a second. Yeah, so like that's.
Yeah.
It says, oh, wait, start, and it did this. Maybe.
I think I'm supposed to press it. That's not true.
And it worked great, didn't it? It says it's broadcasting, so I'm not sure.